Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Yes, they did it. The Montreal Canadiens won again the Detroit Red Wings for the second time this season by a score of 3-0. Amazing, great performance of Jake Allen, Nick Suzuki, and Josh Edmundson. Finally, Montreal played their best game of the season so far. So don't go nowhere. I'm going to give you all the information you need to know about the W from the Montreal Canadiens, your Bleu, Blanc, Rouge. Yes, Suzuki, he was on fire yesterday for the first time of the season. But before we start, we want to invite you. Don't forget to subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show on YouTube channel and on Facebook page. Please give us your comments about the game. Tell us what you think about the Montreal Canadiens performance against the Detroit Red Wings. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, please click on the like. So let's dive in right away. Don't waste time, Coach. Talk about what happened yesterday, Coach. First of all, yes, the Montreal Canadiens have an amazing, great game yesterday. To be honest with you, it was maybe the best game of the season overall by everybody as a team together. But during the first period, at the beginning of the game, when the puck dropped, it was a storm, a surge of the Montreal Canadiens all over the Nedeljkovic, and he was accomplishing a good save back and forth. And Montreal was attacking the first minute, and it was all over. The Detroit could not do anything against the forecheck and the intensity of the Montreal Canadiens. And then boom and bang and whatever. It's happening because Nick Suzuki scored finally his first goal in 11 games this season at 2 minutes 6 seconds. A great play of Tyler Bertuzzi, great pass on the in front of the net, and Suzuki shoot the puck. The rebound goes straight in front of him again, and then he swing the puck like a baseball bat, and he put the puck behind Nedeljkovic, and it was his first goal of the year, but also his first point of the 3 tonight against the Detroit Red Wings. So great performance of the number 14. We wait for this for a long time. He finally got it, and he did it. And the Montreal that way take the lead 1-0 at the beginning of the game, where does not happen a lot, honestly, since the beginning of the season. Then the Detroit, for some reason, came back right away. And after that goal, Detroit stepped up more and they attacked a little bit more. Jake Allen had to make a couple of saves for the next couple of minutes. I would say, honestly, for the next 4 or 5 minutes after the goal, Detroit attacked more and more. And then Jake Allen was set in front of the net for the Montreal Canadiens. And then finally, 9-18, another great pass of Suzuki and Gallagher to Josh Edmundson. And we know Edmundson what he can do. Bring the puck, great shot. Again, use his speed to go around the defenseman. And a really low shot on the left side of Nedeljkovic. Score his third of the season. And also Suzuki and Gallagher got a helper on that one over there, and that way Montreal take the lead 2-0 at the middle of the first period. And then it was great to see Montreal finally make this happen. And for the second time against Detroit this year, they look like maybe going to have another easy game. But for the end of the last first 20 minutes, the Montreal Canadiens finished with 2-0. The shot was 16 Montreal, 12 for the Detroit Red Wings. I'll be honest with you, Nedeljkovic did a lot of great saves on the first period. It could be 3-4-0. No penalty after 20 minutes. For the first time, Montreal was not on the penalty box. During the second period, we have 0 goal. We have 1 power play for the Detroit, 1 also for the Montreal Canadiens, and both teams did not score on power play. The shot was 12-7 for the Montreal Canadiens. Again, Nedeljkovic was pretty solid in front of the net. Keep the team, his team, in the game, and only trailed by 2. So after 40 minutes, it was still 2-0. And then during the third period, I'll be honest with you, Detroit did not do really a lot. They got another power play, did not do anything. Montreal really time management, the clock and the game. To be honest with you, Detroit could not do anything about this. And finally, at the 17:59. Brandon Gallagher after a great pass, Suzuki to 40, and the empty net. Gallagher target all the way to the end and finally close the game and by a final score of 3-0. Great performance of the number 11 also. And then it was 3-0. That was the end of the game, and Montreal got their third W in 11 attempts this season. And I think it's good for the mindset. I think it's good for get some W at some point. Back home now, they got the first one, and they have 5 games at their home stand. So we'll be what Montreal is going to do. Like we do after that, we're always looking for the leader of the game. Let's starting right away right now with the Detroit. Of course, nobody 0 point. Maurice Zeder have 6 shots yesterday on Jake Allen. That's pretty amazing. Also, he played the most minute TOI for the Red Wings with 22, 58, 28. And then Nedeljkovic stopped 38 of the 41 shot for the save percentage of 9.50. Like I said, Nedeljkovic guy have a great game for the Detroit. For the Montreal Canadiens, of course, Nick Suzuki have 3 points, 1 goal, 2 assists. Then Josh Anderson shot 6 times on Nedeljkovic. Jeff Petry have 26-22. And finally, Jake Allen got 100% save. All the puck he got, he faced yesterday, 22 of them for Detroit. The stat for both teams, 41 shot for the Montreal Canadiens, 22 for Detroit. Face-off, 51 Detroit, 49 Montreal Canadiens. Power play, 0-1, 0-2 for Detroit. Very quiet for the whistle for the referee. They hit 28-21, advantage Montreal Canadiens. The block shot, 13 Montreal, 11 Detroit. 4-minute penalty only for Montreal and only 2 also for Detroit. Finally, 14 gave away by the Montreal and 16 by the Detroit Red Wings. The 3-star of the game, 3rd star, Jake Allen, registered his 2nd shutout of the season with the Montreal Canadiens. Stopped the 22 puck he faced yesterday. The 2nd star, Josh Anderson, first goal, 1 goal and 1 point, but 6 shots on the net. And finally, the 1st star, Nick Suzuki, 3 points for him, 1 goal, 2 assists. Listen, we blame a lot him. We say, oh my God, only 1 goal in 11 game, but now he has 8 points. Don't be worried about Nick Suzuki. It was just a time, and we know what he can do. So great performance on Nick Suzuki yesterday. So the next thing we do usually after that, but we talk about the Frenchy corner. So what my review about the game? First, Montreal won by the score 4-0. Best performance on Nick Suzuki since the beginning of the year on the both ways, defensive, offensive, and also on the face-off. Anderson has 5 points in the last 4 games, and he has only 1 in the first 7 games of the season. So you can see Anderson's getting harder and harder with the puck. And I'll be honest with you, his intensity yesterday and also his speed was unbelievable. I see him also retrieve the puck on the defensive side. So great implication of the Anderson yesterday for the Montreal Canadiens. For the first time this year, Montreal shot over 40 shots on the net, 41. That's what we're looking for. They have a difficult time for the last couple of games to give a lot of shots again. So now tonight, see them with 41 was pretty good. Best game for me between the chemistry, the forward and defenseman. I see a better play, a better tape-to-tape pass, and I can see the speed between both was pretty good. And the cap control, the defensive, it was solid finally for the Montreal Canadiens. The breakout in the middle, how many times I repeat this? Finally, they did more and more yesterday. They pay off overall for their game system, everything like that. So I really enjoy to see this from them yesterday. Forecheck, backcheck was better. They are more intense. They were pressuring a lot of defensive side of Detroit. In the finale, there was an implication of more the forward on the back checking on the defensive side. Also, a lot of puck retrieval for them to get there. Only 2 penalties. That's great because they are on average about 4.5 this season, and they cannot always be on PK. So great performance from Montreal in finale. Create more opportunity, chance to score. This not happen a lot. I'm going to show to you next couple of minutes the area of where they shoot the puck, and that will give them also a better chance to create more opportunities without needing coverage make big save. This game could be 5-6-0, but I like the fact they create more opportunities, a better chance to score. That's for me. That's really what I saw yesterday for the first time this season. Finally, best game of the season, be honest with you. For me, on the both ways. Offensive, defensive, they play a solid game as a team. They're supposed to be this way. And they should play that way. And finally, I want to mention to you, Romanov was out of the lineup, healthy scratch. Wow, I would be surprised. And Nico was in the game that, he played a solid game. For me, the fourth star of this game, the name is not a score sheet, play a solid game for me, is Brett Kulak. Really involved with the offensive, joined the rush, cap control was better, and he was really controlling the puck position of him. Great pass yesterday. For me, Brett Kulak played a solid game. The next thing I want to talk about is, of course, is the impact of the game for each player. You can see all those stats over there. You can realize Suzuki, Gallagher have a great game. Game score was 3.98, 3.89. Chariot participate a lot also on that side. Petry, it was also his great game overall for him this season. He have a really difficult time, but honestly, yesterday he played his best game. And you can see most of the player guys, we don't have only one on minus. It was Mike Hoffman. This is the second game he does this. Mike Hoffman did not do very well overall. And Jonathan Drouin, unfortunately, left the game during the first period at the beginning. Got a puck on the head, and he went to the hospital. It was reevaluated and with precaution. So we did not hear anything after the game about Jonathan Drouin. We're going to see tomorrow what's happened with him. So great performance for Montreal Canadiens, just by the stat you can see right there. The next thing we do all the time, I'm going to hide myself for a couple of minutes. This is the chart about the defense, the offense, the individual, and the miscellaneous. And you can see Suzuki was solid, almost 4. Gallagher over 4. And again, this is what you can see on the number graphic before this one. This is more on the show the different colors, what the implication was on the different ways on the ice. So great performance from Montreal Canadiens. And finally, I want to show to you guys the shot we're talking about, guys. This is, for me, I really pay attention. You know what the home plate is, right? So the home plate is the middle between the dots, the top circle, and go to the crease of the post of the goaltender. You can see Montreal. This is the best graphic shooting puck by the Montreal Canadiens this year. The 2 goal is right there in front of the net, first of all. Secondly, they shot over 26 times on the net inside the home plate. That's what we need. That's what Montreal have to do every single game. Shoot from the home plate. Go get the rebound. And that's the way to do that. So a great performance on shooting for Montreal. Just give you an idea the difference between them and the Detroit. You can see now they're not shooting enough. They have a lot of those those shots was on the home plate, but we talk about maybe only 12, 13, and that's not good enough to produce a lot of goal. And Jake Allen was solid between the pipe for the Montreal Canadiens. So great game for the Montreal Canadiens, and we want to remind you, don't forget the next game for the Montreal is Thursday night, November 4th at 7 o'clock. We're going to live stream again this game. This game is the Montreal, but they play again a better team, one of the top 5 teams in my eyes. Maybe not show up this, but you're going to see them get better and better is the New York Islanders. So a big challenge for the Montreal Canadiens. If you are a Montreal Canadiens fans, you have to be happy about their performance. Maybe their best performance for me during the beginning of the season. Great to see them play that level. We'll see what we're going to do Thursday night. So, but before we leave, we want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe and click on the likes. And of course, tell us or give us your comments about the game. Tell us what you think about the game. That'd be great to hear from you. Finally, of course, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great day, everybody. Thanks again for joining and to watching another great video of the Hockey Nation Live Show with the hockey coach, Guru Coach Frenchy. Bonne journée, mes amis. J'espère que vous avez bien aimé la vidéo et je vous attends pour la prochaine vidéo avec l'entraîneur, Coach Frenchy.